It's yet another class. I'm Dr. B, your chemistry teacher. Today, we are going to discuss drying agents, especially for gases. Drying agents for gases. Do you know that gases can be dried? Some gases come with moisture and become necessary for you to pass them through certain substances so they can be dried. You don't dry only solids, you also dry gases. But it's very important to know that trying to dry gases, you must ensure that the substances you are trying to use in drying these gases do not interfere in terms of having those particular gases get reacted at the end of the day, because that will mean your effort in fertility. Now let us look at the common substances that are available when you are working in the lab that you could use in drying gases. Number one, we have H2SO4. Number two, we have fused calcium chloride. So the fused calcium chloride can also be called calcium chloride anhydride. That is dry calcium chloride. Number three, you also have this is phosphorus pentoxide. You also have silica gel. You also have calcium oxide. All these substances are commonly used in drying gases in the lab. It means that these substances could either be hygroscopic or they're deliquescent. So you can use them in drying what? Gases. When you pass a particular gas on it, or rather through it. Now, if you look at H2SO4 as a drying agent, it can dry all gases except two. It cannot dry ammonia. It cannot dry ammonia gas. It cannot also dry hydrogen sulfide. It cannot dry ammonia gas. It cannot dry hydrogen sulfide. So you see that it has an exception, but it can dry every other gas. Fused calcium chloride cannot also dry. It cannot also dry ammonia gas. Cannot dry ammonia gas. But it can dry every other gas. This can dry every other gas. It cannot also dry ammonia. It cannot dry. This is except it cannot dry ammonia gas. Silica gel can also not dry ammonia gas. Very funny, isn't it? So these substances can dry every other gas, but they cannot dry ammonia. But why? Why can't they dry ammonia? It is only calcium oxide that can dry ammonia. So calcium oxide is the best substance that can be used in a laboratory to dry ammonia gas. Every other one does not dry ammonia gas. Why? Because calcium oxide itself is a base and ammonia is a base. Ammonia does not interact, cannot react with calcium oxide. But ammonia interacts with this other substance. For example, let us take H2SO4. If ammonia interacts with H2SO4, it will give you a complex. That means you have NH42 and SO4. Did you see? This is a complex of ammonia. So you see that there is an acid salt form already, acidic salt form already. So it is not possible for you to use H2SO4. How about fused calcium chloride? If you choose to use ammonia, let's say 4NH3 plus calcium chloride, it's going to give you another calcium chloride plus 4NH3. Did you see that this is also a complex? So ammonia cannot be dried by any of these drying agents, even though they can dry every other gas. Ammonia can only be dried using calcium oxide. You see, today you've learned that ammonia cannot be dried using this other drying agent except calcium oxide. So whenever you're working in a lab and intend to dry anything that has ammonia or ammonia that has moisture in it, your mind should reflect to what? Calcium oxide. Today, you must have learned something also quite interesting concerning drying agents for gases. Till next time, please remember to like, remember to share, remember also to follow. Thank you.